Hello everyone, welcome to the Retro Gaming Junction. This is Camilio and we're continuing our game of Xenogears. So what we're gonna do now is we're gonna do this fight. But before that, I'm gonna plug in my controller. First of all, I'm gonna try to kind of explain or come back to some of the elements of the game. Even for me to refresh myself, and I didn't comment a lot during the playthrough. Well, not at the beginning, because I couldn't speculate on many of the things I didn't know, and instead of just dumping everything I thought on everything, I don't know. I wanted you can go through your own like discovery of this game at your own rhythm. But now we're getting really close to the end, so I'm gonna summarize some of the things and some of the discoveries that I made by going back and watching a couple of key scenes in the game. I'm sure I missed some, but like I got a couple of things that I didn't understand the first time. So first of all, I'm gonna save this on like. Oh, the top one. It's not like a big deal here. So let's save here. But we're gonna reset the console. I'm gonna watch the intro. It's pretty epic anyway. I'm gonna be able to start from there and explain what I think is happening or happened. Do I need to do a new game to watch the intro? I can't remember. Probably. Okay. So. If I leave it here, I think it eventually plays. Insert this one. So I'll just start by saying this. It takes place 10,000 years ago. It's kind of the beginning of the story. I'm Alpha and Omega, the beginning and the end, the first and the last.
Omega-1 restarting. Alpha-1 genome restructuring. Confirming exon replacement. Base code 85 million. 100 million. Its speed is overwhelming. Alpha-1 to raise your central. Access confirmed. Initializing fake net. Disconnected. Activating emergency shelter. Denied. Contamination is spreading widely. Captain.
Cut off the cables manually.
Roger. Activating self-destruct bolts. Confirming. No good, nothing happened. Omega-1, they are attacking. We can't stop them. 98% of our weapons have been taken over. The autopilot system Faust has been accessed, and its phased space logic is being rewritten. Ergo area is increasing. An internal plane is forming. Switching to space displacement mode. Alpha-1, confirming transfer of coordinate codes. Coordinates input, coordinate NX128, EZ061, the main planet.
Damn, so they're planning on attacking. Engine room. Activate the emergency sealing system. Engine room. Engine. See that all civilians and passengers are safely transported to the escape shuttles. I will send a dispatch after evacuation is complete. I am evacuating the ship. All of you, evacuate now.
Evacuate. Evacuate. Evacuate the ship immediately. All passengers please board the shuttles in a calm and orderly fashion.
Oh, if you're like me, the first time you saw this, you didn't understand what's going on. Now I understand more, but there was a lot of things that I still didn't get, and I'm gonna actually watch it. We're gonna watch it again. I'm gonna explain the thing because I don't think they did a good job in terms of the cinematography and the music and all. That's amazing. But in terms of explaining what's going on, or yeah, explaining what's going on, it's like almost zero. And so I listened to a podcast, which I invite you to watch. It's State of the Arc, ARC. And I watched a couple of the first episodes, like up to episode 6 or 7, and then I kind of stopped. But at the first episode, they explained the intro, and that's what I'm gonna do right now. I'm gonna give you way less information than they give, just so that I'm not spoiling anything. And if you don't want to watch, just skip all the way. If you're watching this on YouTube, just skip all the way through until we do that battle, because then I'm gonna go through like the timeline quickly and some of the characters, so that if you really don't know what's going on, um, but you probably know what's going on if you're watching it on YouTube and you played this or you played this game before. When I was playing, um, let me reset this a second time. When I was playing, I was reading the text and the information was brought into my brain, but there was so much information, and I couldn't stop or like reread 3 times the same line. I thought I would have seen the Dom or whatever, but I almost should have. But the playthrough is what it is, so I'm sure that if you're watching this, is way less annoying like that, because I'm not giving you all the things that passing through my mind, at least all the way through here. But now I'm gonna talk more because we're getting to the end of the game, and I want to analyze all the things that has been going on. So well, actually, if I continue talking like that, it's gonna just jump into the intro. So I think that they really should have said 10,000 years ago, because how the hell do you know that it's 10,000 years ago? I still don't know, even though in the game they do mention that 10,000 years ago, the gods fell unto earth, you know, but is it this? Like, it's not clear, and it's fun to have some kind of clearness, some base where we can build up. So yeah, this is 10,000 years ago. This ship has a name, I think, but when it crashes, it becomes Babel Tower. This whole thing, it's like a huge thing, and I don't know if it really crashes like that, but it became Babel Tower. When we were in Babel Tower, I understood that we were in a ship, but I wasn't sure it was this or whatever. But now I'm sure. And these doors there, they're the weapon that will go out. We'll see them later. No, the doors are the escape pods, but there's all circles. So something happens here, and she says Omega and Alpha, but these are elements like that are kind of merging together, and they don't want them to merge together.
This is an emergency. Level 1 alert.
Omega 1 restarting.
So Omega 1 is restarting,
Restructuring. Confirming.
and the Omega genome, the Alpha genome is restructuring.
85 million. 100 million. Its speed is overwhelming. Alpha 1 to raise your central. Access confirmed. Initializing fake net. Disconnected. Activating emergency shelter.
So they're creating some kind of fake net so that they do not. It's all like
Captain.
in the system, like it's not organic. It looks like.
Struck bolts.
So now she's like physically removing the connections of the wires, but the wires are still connecting. Like that, that's pretty clear, but I didn't really understood that.
98% of our weapons have been taken over.
So the whole ship has been taken over now.
And its phase space logic is being rewritten. Ergo area is increasing. An internal plane is forming. Switching to space.
And they're moving.
Alpha 1, confirming transfer of coordinate codes. Coordinates input, coordinate NX128, EZ061. The main planet.
So they're
Planning on attacking.
who
Engine room.
is planning to attack who? Don't know. But some kind of phase thing happened and the ship kind of teleported to Earth or something, or to Ignis or the planet we're on. So I tried to call the tech, and there was those things here that seems to be the enemy. And on the screen it says, "You shall be as gods."
See that all civilians and passengers are safely transported to the escape shuttles. I will send a dispatch after evacuation is complete. I am evacuating the ship. All of you, evacuate now.
Evacuate. Evacuate the ship immediately.
So as they're evacuating the ship itself, even that I didn't understand. Well, I didn't see this cutscene 10,000s of times, but I didn't understand that here. This is the own ship shooting at the escape pods. That's why he's like, fuck! And those seem to be the enemy. There was a flash there to that thing that was forming, I think. Again, there's a lot of speculation from myself. That is not Sophia or Ellie or anything like that. I thought so, but they confirmed in the podcast that no. And I think they were referring to the wiki, so that's just his daughter and wife probably, and that has nothing to do with the story we're playing. So he cannot let this thing probably land on Earth, but I guess or Earth, like, I mean, the planet, it's the main planet. Like, she wasn't happy about that. I was like, oh no, they're attacking the main planet. And this here would be the mother goddess, the goddess mother. I think that's the person they're talking a lot in the game about resurrecting or destroying. But now for the first time when we were watching it before, I realized that she has purple hair and blue eyes. And that's not Ellie, that's Miang. So I don't know if that, maybe that has nothing to do with it. Because in the story it feels like she's Ellie, or she's like the oldest descendant or something like that, or Ellie is imprinted with the mother god, and probably Citan is like father god or something like that. So now I'm gonna go through the maybe we can leave this running while I'm explaining. So the 10,000 years ago this crashed. Then we don't have much information, but in the game they refer to 2 time periods. Well, there's multiple time periods, like a couple of years ago, but 2 big gaps of time periods. 500 years ago, which a lot of stuff happened 500 years ago, and 4,000 years ago. The 4,000 years ago when I was playing, it really like flew over my head, and it's only when I watch a couple of key scenes when they go under the water and they go to the Zoebim ruin or something like that. Those are the people that lived 4,000 years ago and before. At least 4,000 years ago they were there, and they built a bunch of stuff. I'm not sure if they built the Babel Tower or these things, but they definitely built the underground, underwater now facility where we found Emeralda, which is completely made of like nano machines. I haven't fought with Maria, but apparently she can do things with her air, and she can transform. Like she's a nano machine. She's like the T-1000 or something from Terminator 2. But so that's 4,000 years ago. When we went there was a flashback that I had completely forgotten, where we see somebody that looks like Faye, and talking about their daughter, and it seems that they created Emeralda. I will have to rewatch that cutscene because it's already been more than a week since the last time I watched it, but there was something there about the creation of Maria, and it was Faye, or some ancestral soul of Faye was there with Ellie also. It seems that's 4,000 years ago. That's about it for the 4,000 years ago. Then we kind of forward to 500 years ago, where we have also a Faye with an Ellie. The Ellie is definitely called Sophia, and she is like the one that they're seen as like the Mother Sophia in Nissan. It's kind of part of their religion, and they probably had a whole fucking religion concerning Sophia. We still don't have the elements like of what happened to Sophia, but she probably died in a really bad way, or something really bad happened between Sophia and Lacan, which I think is what Faye is called in the past. He's called Lacan, and now in the prison he's having these flashback of these moments 4,000 years ago, 500 years ago, maybe other times. So 500 years ago there was a revolt between the land dwellers and the Solarians, because what I forgot to explain, again, I'll forget a lot of things, but this is just a very summary of the thing, is that when the thing crashed, it seems that they had some people that were pure humans, and these people, like, I don't know exactly how it happened, but eventually the society divided into the Solarians, which were kind of pure humans, and everybody else on Earth, including humans, including demi-humans, and all the other creatures that we see. Not the whales, though. For now. There was no Shavat, nothing like that. But eventually, the land dwellers revolted against, during that period of 500 years ago, there was a revolt where the land dwellers revolted against the Solarians, maybe with the help of Lacan, with Sophia. It seemed that Sophia, Lacan, Fatima, like the ancestral Fatima, and somebody else. Oh wait, Zephyr, which is still alive, living in the leader of the Shavat country. So this is kind of distracting to me. Maybe it's distracting to you. I don't know. Maybe we should stop this. Oh, why is this not working? Okay. So where was I? 500 years ago, Sophia, Lacan, they did something and they created this other kind of rebellious country called Shavat. Maybe Shavat was created before. I'm not like too sure. I might be wrong on some things here. And it was also connected to the Tower of Babel in some way. At first, I thought Shavat was on the top of the tower and it disconnected, but there was another bribe that said that it, like a character that said that it was a city underground. So I'm not sure anymore. Maybe I should just remove the sound. So that's that. There's other things. Yeah, 500 years ago, id was also there. No, I'm wrong. So I think that's no. There was another entity that appeared out of nowhere that fought Solarians and the humans and the land dwellers called Diabolos. We don't get much information, and I feel that it might be those tentacle thing on that ship, but again, I'm not super sure about that. So now let's go with the characters. So we have Faye that seems to be infused with all these different time. There's even a bribe, like, and I had to look it up. A bribe of conversation that happened not too long ago, and it was the Gazelle, like the Elders Ministry bubble, like AI thing, that said that she was transmigrating, or they used the verb transmigration. They use transmigrated because I went on Google and I typed in transmigrated. I think they said she she might already have transmigrated into the anti something. And they were also in that same conversation, they were also mentioning the contact, and I feel that the contact may be Faye, us, and she might be the other part. But transmigrate means of the soul pass into a different body after death. So when I read that, I was like, oh shit. So that doesn't mean that Faye is super old when he's having these flashbacks. It just means that it brings us back to the collective unconsciousness of Carl Jung, that was saying that there's a collective unconsciousness, maybe not as deep as Xenogears seems to be assuming or saying or presenting in that story, where you have like this ancestral thing, like when you're born, or even when an animal is born, it has all this baggage that seems to be in our genes. Well, I think that's what Carl Jung was kind of alluding to, maybe even going further into some kind of spiritual realm where you kind of maybe explaining past lives, and I think this game is kind of incorporating all that. This game is trying to incorporate everything. I don't know if it's trying to like create some kind of legend that could connect everything, and like this is our past or something like that. It could be. Oh, there's also a theory of mine that maybe they don't show here 10,000 years ago, because maybe this is some kind of loop, some kind of... There's a call of the Ouroboros in this game, and the Ouroboros is the snake eating its own tail. Some kind of eternal circle here of events that might be... Don't they say something here about a time? Let's listen to this again. Especially when the the receptionist, like the communication officer, whatever, talks. All her information seems to be very important, and the one that were dissecting this were saying that the Omega Alpha is super important.
This is an emergency. Level 1 alert.
Omega 1 restarting. Alpha 1 genome restructuring. Confirming exon replacement. Base code 85 million. 100 million. Its speed is overwhelming. Alpha 1 to raise your central. Access confirmed. Initializing fake net. Disconnected. Activating emergency shelter. Denied. Contamination is spreading widely. Captain.
Cut off the cables manually.
Roger. Activating self-destruct bolts.
He's super calm. Cut off the cable manually.
No good, nothing happened.
That's why it's so. It should be super impactful when he's like,
We can't stop them. 98% of our weapons have been taken over. The autopilot system Faust has been accessed. And it's failing.
like here is like, uh-oh, we're in trouble.
Cargo area is increasing. An internal plane is forming. Switching to space displacement mode. Alpha 1.
Space displacement mode. Okay.
Coordinates input. Coordinate NX128 EZ061. The main planet.
Damn. So they're planning on attacking. Engine room. Activate the emergency sealing system.
So they plan on attacking. This is a line that they did not explain when they explained this, and it feels so weird and out of place. Because at first I didn't feel like they were being well, yeah, I thought that they were experimenting on something. That was my initial thought when I saw this scene for the first time. Well, for the first time 25 afterwards that I played the game, but I don't remember anything. I was back then I was way more obsessed with Final Fantasy VII story and trying to understand that story because I had the game on PC, so I was able to replay it multiple times and be able to play it more. This game I only had access almost as a rental. I played the copy of my friend, and when I was done with it, I gave it back to him, and that was it. That was my experiment with this game, but I also was able to talk with him about it, and I know I was watching cutscenes with him and the game with him and his friend also. It's complicated, but like I think I almost had like the perfect way to experiment this game because I would go to my friend's house, they would play this, and I would just see bribes of it and be like, what the fuck is this game? And them talking to each other, and also me, but me mostly listening to them trying to figure out the game. And it was like, oh, okay, whatever. So when I got the game, I had some backstory a little bit of what was going on. I kind of understood it a little bit, but when I was playing the game, I'm sure that I asked some, I can't remember, I'm sure that I talked to my friends about it, and that if I had questions, so I had access to two persons that I played the game multiple times before me. So I don't think at the end of the game I was also so confused, but I remember that the second disc was very condensed, and that I thought that it was just dumping all the lore, and I still think that. Less so because I got back to the game and I watched a bunch of cutscenes. Anyway, I need to talk about the other characters. Citan is a no, he's a Solarian, but he married a Shevat woman, and he has a daughter. That again, I watched the scene. I played the scene in the city of the city in Shevat. Shevat is the country. The city has another name. I can't remember what it was. We got to see, but I'm sure like half an hour after that scene, and we even come back, and she gives him his sword, but I don't know, in my mind there was so many things happening that was like superfluous information. I didn't need to know that Citan had a daughter and a family and everything, but he's still very mysterious. We don't know much about him. Bart is like the descendant of the Fatima family, and there's not much. You should know who Bart is at this point. Among the like more mysterious characters, you have like Emeralda and Maria, which I was kind of confused between the two. And so Emeralda is the kind of the daughter of Faye. Some enemy kind of referred like said something about that. It's like, hey, she's your daughter or something. And she, at first I was very confused, but when she's talking to Faye, she says Kim, 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 Faye's Kim, or whatever. Kim must have been his name when in the 4,000 years ago. So anyway, if we go back a couple of years ago, like I think it's like 20 years ago when Faye was, no, maybe not. Like Faye is like, so 3 years ago, probably. Yeah, 3 or 4 years ago. 3 or 4 years ago, it was created. I don't know if they experimented on Faye or something like that. There's that cutscene with Faye's dad, which is called Khan, but I was super confused because the last name of Ramses is Karna. Anyways, there's so many names, and sometimes they talk about a character with one name, and then I'll just,
Omega 1 restart.
they'll refer to a character as his name now, or his name is Solarian name, for example, or a name when he had, or sometimes they will use he or she. It's like I said before, and I stand by it even after watching all the cutscenes again. There is a deliberate attempt here to be obtuse and to like not give, but they do give a lot of information to the player anyway, because we don't have to see all the scenes with the enemy, but like fleshing out all these other characters, Carillion, the Emperor Cain, Ramses. So if we start with Ramses, because I was kind of confused with Ramses. So Ramses was part of the elements. It was Ramses, it was Jesse, it was Citan, and it was I'm forgetting one. Somebody else. And they were the elements back like about 3 or 4 years ago. No, so not too long ago. And then Graf was using the id, like the Fey id thing, to, I don't know exactly to what, but he did destroy the continent of Fatima's continent. I don't remember the name of the continent, by doing experiment there, or like just blowing stuff up or whatever. But in the battle there was Ramses that fought against id, and id crushed him while id was in the mech, and Ramses was in, like, not in the mech. And we see the cutscene, like the foot goes onto him and then it cuts. But apparently in this big battle, Faye and Ramses were wounded, and Faye, I think it's after this battle, ended up in Lahan, where the wise man, which we've seen a couple of times, we still don't know who he is. He always has a mask, so we don't know which. There's 3 masked characters that I feel that when they're going to reveal who they are, it's going to be a big reveal. There's Emperor Cain, that is masked. There's Graf, and there's Wise Man. So Graf and Wise Man are very linked in terms of, like, they know each other, and Graf kind of took Faye/id from his father. We don't know what happened to Faye's father. Is he dead? And Faye's mother, still very mysterious to me. I think they did explain it, but I can't remember. I would have to find the right cutscene. When I'll be done with this, I'll rewatch the entire fucking game except like the battles, and get a better impression of all the game. And oh yeah, Maria with the mechs. So yeah. Oh, and the animus. So the animal relic, I thought at first that these were the mechs, but the animal relic is something that you add to the mech so the mech becomes an omni-mech. They also found complete omni-mechs, like Bart's omni-mech, or even Faye's omni-mech was always omni since the beginning, but Faye didn't know how to use it without id's power. And I think that pretty much sums up like a lot of things. There's others like the ethos because of the Solaris plan all along was to control the lambs they call, like the earth people, the lower populace. For what end? I don't know. As slave labor, or just like because I that is not super clear. Um, or because of the revolt thing. So what they did is that they started this ethos religion that kind of, they don't explain this, but it really seems that ethos overshadowed the Nissan religion and took all the libraries of, because when you go to Nissan you ask for documents about the Nissan religion, they have none. They say it's all been took by the ethos. So the ethos kind of took everything and took control of the whole fucking thing and said, this is how it's going to work, just to be able to control the entire Earth populace with a religion. But that doesn't mean, like, in a black and white thing, that this game is all about like nuances, and not, it's not because Solaris is the bad guys, or as whatever you want to see them, that all the people that are working in Solaris are the bad guys. Because in Solaris you have the Gebler Force. In the Gebler Force, or apart from the Gebler Force, you have four elements, and all these people, and even like Krillian, or whatever his name is, that we haven't seen that much, but he has this face, like this very noble face, and he looks like a paladin, but I think that's all a front. He looks very, if I only look at his action, he looks like a character that will become the evil guy, or at least part of like the bad guys, because he seems to be rash, and he seems to be doing like weird researches, and like, I don't know, I don't trust him. Whereas the Emperor, which looks like a bad guy, he seems to be taking information from everybody. This guy, this Kane guy, is supposedly 10,000 years old, because he's part of the original. Is he the captain? Maybe. I just thought about that. It could be. But he's there since like the beginning, and I think he's the only one who's been there since the beginning. There was the Ministry, but the Ministry eventually died, maybe the 500 years ago, and I think it was Krillian that updated. Again, these characters are very old. Whether the Solarian and or the Shavatian, see them, you can see them as elves in Dungeons and Dragons, where they're kind of like higher beings, or maybe with all their technology they're able to sustain their life almost eternally, but you can still die if a bomb explodes in front of you, I guess. So that's probably what happened with the Ministry, but then they, or I don't know, the Ministry's consciousness was brought into this bubble thing, and that's what they're doing. But they're their own thing. The Emperor is its own thing. Ramsus is its own thing. Krillian is its own thing, and they all have their way of seeing the conflict. The Just quickly, what I think, Graf wants the power to destroy Mother God. Why? I have no fucking clue. He thinks that that's what he needs to do. He didn't explain his motives, but in his mind, that's what he needs to do. He needs to destroy Mother God. The Ministry, they want to live forever, or at least get a new body, and that's the whole point. And the whole seem the Solarian plan since the beginning seems to be very controlled by them, more so than the Emperor. Which the Emperor just seems to be there and giving counsel and trying to, maybe the Emperor is just trying to figure out what the fuck, what do we do with all this shit. Apparently all this will be explained by the end of the game, but there's still a lot of things to go through. So I think I'm done. Sorry if this was long, but now we can finally come back to our fight. Which actually I don't. Okay, so we're inside. Yeah, we went to this dungeon to get another animal relic, and then we were attacked by the four elements, the newer elements, and there's other things, of course, but already I don't even remember these conversations. Well, I was talking about the game with a viewer, which was very interesting. Um, but yeah, so let's reload the game. Right. Oh no, this is disc 1. Disc 2. Actually, I'd prefer if we could go back. Why can't I? Oh, because it's on pause. Wow, okay. Yeah, this was the last save. This, well. Okay, you may have fared poorly because I want to see this cut. This cutscene is amazing. When I say cutscene, this game doesn't use FMVs a lot. It uses them, and when they're there, they're amazing. But most of the time, all the cutscenes are rendered in the game engine. And I think that that was a great move because of that, they were able to do all these cinematic things that are there in a game like Final Fantasy VII, but they are more so restricted to FMV cutscenes. So when you're not in the FMV cutscenes, the camera is there, the characters are there, and they're talking, and sometimes the camera will cut to a different angle, but the background will still be a still bitmap background with two 3D characters that look like shit. But in this game, the characters like this one, this is a small character on your fucking TV screen. It's still, well, I kind of upped the resolution a little bit, but you can still make out what she is. And when you see it up front, she's very detailed all the time. The background looks nice. It doesn't look maybe as detailed as a static background, but you can move around it. So it's all about balance, and I don't think there's one better than the other. I kind of like this, but I do like pre-rendered backgrounds also. And in dungeons, I definitely prefer pre-rendered backgrounds. I think a game that could mix both, but now we're all into 3D, but back then I think a mix of both. But I think sticking with 2D sprites. I think Final Fantasy VII with 2D sprites, oh my god. I just had a flash of what it would look like, and my god, it would look amazing. Anyway, we just fought them, we kicked their butts, but of course they're gonna run into their gears and they're gonna try to kick our butts. She just walks away. We look at her. What took you? What meaning is there in fighting again? Silence! Now we have no choice but to fight. Now we will show you the true power of the elements. Get ready, because here we come. Let us merge and combine our forces. Elements in unison. Elements formation. So I'm sure a lot of people don't like these moments in the game. There's moments I think are stupid, like Choo Choo. This I love because I grew up with Voltron and all that, and just this is just so amazing. And and it is meant like to be a joke, wink, wink, not supposed to be super serious. This game is all over the place in terms of the seriousness because it gets super more serious than almost any games I've ever played, especially in the first hour. To not the most silly I've ever seen, but almost. Okay, so it's been a while since we have fought in our mechs, in our gears. No, we're just gonna attack, and we need to build up the attack level, but I think level 1 is sufficient. And with Ellie, maybe I can try magic. But if I... This thing is all the elements, so I don't know. She has no non-elemental attacks. Okay. Yeah, let's just do Ripu. See how that goes. If it's 1,000... Oh, 2,000. Yeah, that's fine. I don't need to go to the other levels. Magic again? Let's try them all. Leave it to me. Oh, I think she just changed her element. Alone is the wind element. I think. Yeah, I think she's the green one. We know green is wind. We now know that wind is green, of course. Oh, it's the first time we see his sword in his new mech. Citan has quite the evolution from the beginning. Oh, our mech has changed also. No. Let's go. Well, yeah, he's doing wind, so we want to do the opposite, which is earth. Whoa, 400 just for a puny attack. I'm gonna go with earth again. Surfita. So that's fire, I think. This will probably be a long fight. I didn't realize how long the fights are in this game because they're so good. But they are long. When I was watching my old playthroughs, I was like, wow, that boss fight was long. And when I was playing the boss fight, I didn't... Like, I was looking at myself and I was like, wow, I wasn't getting frustrated that the boss was so long because I was having fun and it's... I don't know, this game has a great battle system, especially for the time. Now JRPGs are kind of like this now, very interactive. So water. And this is an endurance thing because I can heal myself. Man, everybody should be on boosters. Yeah, I forgot to boost. That's how long it's been since the last time we used our gears. Yeah, I can't heal myself, but I'll get out. Surfita again? Oh, Surfita again. Oh, I could... I'm not gonna do it because she changed it. Well, I say she because they're all female. So the fucking robots are she now. Yeah, she's changing her element too often that... Because with Satan I can change... I could make all my guys attack more or be more defensive against certain elements. I haven't used the elements in this game to my advantage. You don't need to. The game isn't hard enough to justify having to use the elements to counter their elements. There's specific bosses that you have to be careful. That's about it. Kelvina. Now I'm not sure which one it is. Kelvina. Water. So Ellie here is a little more powerful. She's able to dash that almost 2000 damage in one attack, but she's slower than the others. Where Faye needs to wait. Well, one attack will do about 400 damage, and then the next one will do almost 2000. So it's it's the characters between each other seem to be very balanced. Keylor, that's the guy who was helping me understand the game and some of the aspects. And so on my question, I still have a lot of questions that said that it was using Maria, which is a character that I have not even used at all, which I think is, if Maria is one of the best characters, I think it's a good thing because she's introduced late, and most people probably just will stick with, I stick with the characters I like and the characters that are very, very, very important for the story. But Maria and Emeralda seem to be two very, very powerful characters. So you need to use them if you really want to explore them and build their death blows, which will probably take longer since you haven't used them at all in the entire fucking game. So that's why I didn't grind at all. I didn't feel I needed to grind because I've always been using pretty much the same guys. Same four guys. Bard, Faye, Satan, Ellie. Yeah. So all the time in the games where, like when Faye sees Ellie for the first time, he calls her Ellie because deep down in his collective subconscious, he knows it's Ellie. What we're missing here is how did the separation of, because he has apparently 3 personalities, Faye, like a kid personality, id, And it seems to be Kid, Id, and Faye. Like, Faye seems to be the latest one. Which is weird. That means that the real Faye is he has literally 3 years old. He was built on top of the id, which is like the evil, the smiling, conniving character that seems to be one of the most powerful characters that exist and is powerful enough to destroy Mother God, which is what Graf wants to do. I still don't know why. I still don't understand this whole thing. I think it's intentional. Dominio is non-elemental, so but she's supposed to be water? She's supposed to be earth. I want to try earth on her just for the kicks. Just for the kicks. Yeah. No, I'm not, but she's kind of non-elemental, so maybe it doesn't matter. And maybe it only matters for her attack and not at all for their defense. No idea. But I feel that we went through... No, we didn't do the blue one. Unless we did, and she had a name that was similar to the fire one. But she did wind attack, water attack, earth attack. Yeah, I think we're done already. She's dead. Ooh, okay. Ouch. Actual fucking damage. Now I will heal myself. System id. Wall. Like I'm not gonna try that. Wait, I'm just gonna save here on another slot. And let's try system id. Why not? Id mode for 3 turns. I hope we'll get some HP with that though. Because 5,000, that's not a lot. Oh, I thought we would be red. Oh, okay. But no health came with that. I hope she doesn't die. I want to see at least one of our attacks. What's so special about the id mode? Uh-oh, don't attack Faye. Uh-oh. Shit. That's why I saved. But that's okay. I'm gonna leave it dead and I'm probably gonna survive this. I hope. Oh, that was id mode. Kind of a letdown. I thought it would be like amazing. Like we would be either very resistant or would get some HP or no. I cannot revive him, by the way, if you're wondering. No, this is it. We're stuck with these 2 characters, but I think I can do it. Again, these fights are not super difficult. Oh, but now he's doing his Kishin sword, which does 8,000 damage. So I need to kill him right fucking now. Okay. Well, I just skipped on a shit ton of XP right there, but oh well. That was a lot of XP. Some things only the weak can feel. But weakness does not make them servile. What is servile? Is it like a slave? Like a... Yeah, probably. Servile, servile. To serve, yeah. But weakness does not make them servile. It's because they are weak that they can develop kindness and never look down on people. That is where real human interaction comes from. Everyone has weaknesses. Even you did at first. Your weakness drew you to each other and made you grow strong. Never forget these feelings when you all live together side by side. This is kind of almost out of character for Ellie. It's weird. She goes and decides to like lecture them. Wait! Are you trying to show us mercy? Or are you just trying to show off? And that is why you fail. You've got us all wrong, Dabinia. Our paths may be different, but our goals are the same. That's why I can't fight you anymore. There's no reason for me to. That's all. Well, it looks like they sure showed us a thing or two. Ugh. Okay, let's save here, I guess. Having fled from the elements who tried to take the relics to be used as a power to fulfill Ramses' desires, we once again initiated our search for information on the whereabouts of the last known relic. He is no longer one of us. Okay, so now I don't... Again, who is the E we're talking about here? Normally they do the he is no longer one of us, and usually they're talking about Faye, but now they're not doing that. And I feel they're talking about the Emperor at this point, but I'm not sure. We'll see with the rest of the conversation. This I will kind of analyze every single line. He is no longer one of us. Yes, he dares to go against our objectives, just like the other one. Maybe Krellian, maybe Garf. Though Garf never seemed to work with them, so I don't know. Just like the other one. Again, they want to be vague here. They do not want to give us this information, or they would give it to us. We can still activate the key. We must do something about the one who stands in our way. So that's probably Faye. The key is the geisha key, not geisha. It's Gaesha. It's like the Gaia, like Gaia. You know, like the geisha key, like the key of Earth, the Earth key, or something like that. The nature key, or something, God key maybe. We must do something about the one who stands in our way. We must eliminate Cain. Okay. Cain isn't okay. Okay. I wasn't sure. No, I thought it was Faye. So that was the E they were talking about, I think. But we cannot stand up to his power. Yeah, because these guys, as powerful as they are, they're basically not. They're just a fucking ball floating. They cannot... I don't think they can do anything. Which is a contrast to normal... Because yeah, they seem like the most villainous of all the people that we've seen. But they seem to only be able to work by using other people, like Emperor, like Rillian, maybe others, but mostly these two people. But we cannot stand up to his power. Only Cain can destroy Cain. Okay, that's weird. So, Mother, will you do it for us? Mother, they're talking to Mother now? So Mother was not Sophia. It was her all along. And I think I forgot to tell you guys is another cutscene before that I forgot it, but you saw it because you're probably watching this on YouTube and you saw it. She can control other people with her eyes or something. I didn't think anything of it. The only thing was when we just saw the cutscene, and nobody told me anything. It was just because the purple hair, and they did mention that this woman has deep blue eyes, and she does have blue eyes in the intro. So she is Mother God. Okay, I'm processing information here. This is what I love in stories, is information that makes you recontextualize everything that came before it. Somebody said, I can't remember who said that they were afraid of her. So now I understand why. Okay. So she's Mother God. Okay, like, even when I supposed that in the intro, I did not like, I'm still like, okay, that makes no sense, but they just confirmed it, right? Unless I completely read that wrong. Maybe did Krillian say something? Something concerning the potential ability as a countervailing existence. Something concerning the potential ability as a countervailing existence. Countervailing. Sorry, yes. Countervailing. Sorry, it does that when I'll tab out of the game. Countervailing. Oh, I probably should pause it. Offset an effect by countering it with something of equal force. Something concerning the potential ability as a countervailing existence. With everything focusing towards a single point. I see. But Car, yeah, Car is not Khan. Car is, and that was super confusing to me, because Khan is the father of Faye, and I kind of forgot or kind of didn't understand. Like, I think it was even like not last stream, maybe the other stream before that. I didn't even know if we knew his father, but yes, we knew his father. Again, too much information. But Car is still shaken up by yesterday's defeat against Faye. Well, Ramses is always traumatized by defeats. By the first time he got defeated, maybe it wasn't the first time, but when he got crushed by it, I think it traumatized him, because when he realized that Faye was it, that's when he started to be. He said, "This means that I'm He didn't say, I don't know if he said trash at that point, but later, like, it was called trash by multiple characters, including these guys here. Ramses is seen like just a low life at this. It's crazy. Ramses' character is pretty. I want to focus more on him, so I'm kind of. But Car is still shaken up by yesterday's defeat against Faye. We are almost ready. I need just a little bit more time. Then we'll wait. We'll wait till the time is ripe. Yeah. The time of probably the gospel. They always seem to, since the beginning of the game, they seem to be waiting for a time. They have things they need to place to prepare for the time, but they are very vague on what the things are. It seems that Faye needs to be alive. No, 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 no. They really wanted to kill Faye at the beginning, but now I think they were like, fuck it. They have other things to deal with. Kane and Krillian. Krillian, a counter. So she was listening to this through the door? Was she through the door like this? Oh, that's so funny. Krillian? A countervailing existence? So maybe somebody to countervail Krillian. Something, yeah, maybe Faye can counter Krillian or something like that. That Miang wasn't. What? That Miang. Yeah, that Miang. What's she up to? I had better warn the commander, which is Krillian. Out of the way. Let me through. That bastard. I'll hunt him out myself. Please, calm down, Commander. Oh no, he's the commander. We'll take care of him and his friends. What could you fools do? Imbeciles. Only I can beat him. Like they just... These two characters there just tried to do that. It looks like this scene should have been like before we kicked their butts. Only I can beat him, even though we was never able to beat him. Only I, who transcends all other humans, can possibly take him down. Even though he's been called trash, and even he felt like he was like, I'm a weak, what was he saying? He was using a word like I'm weak, or I'm shit. Move! Commander, wait! Yeah, I think Ramses Krillian seems to be maybe like forces that the ministry might want to oppose to each other. While Faye and the others searched for the resting place of the last known animal relic, I temporarily returned to Nissan. I don't know why I went back, just I had this stirring within my heart that some danger was awaiting the people there. All the people accepted into Nissan were on the road to recovery. There were still those who were not able to completely recover, but Torah's nanomachines continue to evolve from day to day. Thanks to nanomachines, the treatments were becoming more and more successful, and the day when everyone would regain their original body. Everyone? Okay. At first I thought they were only able to save the people that were not too touched by the... Also the nanomachine, because when they rained the nanomachines on, that was also nanomachines as far as I know. So it's nanomachines on one side, nanomachines on other. Again, it's very confusing. A trembling. There was a sudden explosion in the city of Nissan. Within the burning fire stood the gold Omnigear. It was Ramses. He assaulted Nissan so that he could defeat Faye. His purpose of existing was at stake. Okay, yeah, there was a line somewhere, I can't remember when, that somebody said that Ramses' whole existence was due to Faye. Something like that. Faye was the only reason that Ramses even existed. That was the line almost word to word, if I'm not mistaken. Very weird. The Nissan and Shevat militia, even Rank and friends from Solaris, who now served to protect Nissan, could not thwart the assault. Even Rank. Wait a minute. Again, I need to check out who Rank is. I need to pause the game so it doesn't do that. Rank. Okay, Rank is a red-haired dude with a beard, like the whole thing is red like that. He was working with a guy called Friends, and they're kind of like low lives. They're a unit called Ellie Squad, composed of Strength, Vance, Elmols, Rank, and Broyer. Characters that we do not see a lot of in the game. Even Rank and Friends from Solaris. So it's weird, it's called the Ellie Squad, but here it's Rank apparently is more important. They think that the player might remember Rank more than... Now serve to protect Nissan, could not... So these guys now protect Nissan. Very weird. Again, we seem to be missing a lot of information because they had to crunch everything in Disc 2 because they had no more budget. The people were evacuated into the cathedral, continuing to search for Faye. Ramses continued to search for Faye. Ramses put the militia to rout... I think there's a E that's missing there. To rout and pressed on toward the cathedral. Maybe that's a word. He was ruined. He had his mind set solely on getting at Faye. I stood before him. Where? Where is he? I know it. He's here. Why does he not come out? Ramses, the Fae you seek is not here. So please stop this meaningless violence. You. Yes. You will do. Come out, Fae. If you will not come out, I will crush Elome. Or Elame. Ellie! Boss. Keep back. Not coming out, eh? Have it your way. Then from tonight on, you will be crying with this woman's dead body in your arms. How the... What happened? Why can't I move? Ellie. Are you okay? How could I... To the likes of you? Not only to him, but I'm also inferior to you? Me? What happened to you, Ramses? Why are you caught up with Faye so much? Why are you so bothered by who is more superior? I was originally created to be the integration of all human abilities, to be able to align with all the animal relics. I was created to have the powers equivalent to those of Emperor Cain. You could say I was to be the ideal form which all people strive to become. So maybe he's like a clone of Cain, and that may be why they were saying Cain can kill Cain. And that would be the Cain. Oh, by the way, just parenthesis. Cain and Abel in the Bible. Cain kills Abel, and God punishes Cain with eternal life. Again, like kind of brings it into the story that Cain is eternal. You could say I was to be the ideal form which all people strive to become. However, once he was born, I was rejected. I was given life in a pile of trash. So Id, I think, when Id was born, he was rejected, and that Id Faye, that explains the whole thing, why this guy hates Id / Faye so much. I was given life in a pile of trash. That I don't understand. And he keeps saying trash, trash, trash came back multiple times in the game. Born in the dark, cold abyss of worthlessness. Because he was born as a lower citizen in Solaris. But still a Solarian, like he wasn't a lamb or anything, I don't think so. Oh wow, we saw what he was, and he was like kind of a creature, like a... But I was able to crawl out of there. I was able to survive on my own strength. So, they discarded him? Oh shit, okay. Is it possible that they created Ramses? They discarded Ramses? Maybe it wasn't called Ramses back then? Ramses was this thing there, and I don't know how he regained a human form and strived as a low-level citizen and eventually entered the elements. Kind of had a second life there. Like created by Solaris, trashed, then born again. As kind of Jesus kind of thing. Ramses, Jesus, oh, I don't know. I'm just throwing out there. In order to get back at all those who have forsaken me, despite all that, I was able to get this far. And maybe these other people don't know this. Don't know this fact. I don't know. I was able to provide myself with the warmth that I required to continue living. But I feel I'm right. Ramses. But he had to come and intervene in my life one more time. And that's when... I hope we see the cutscene again. Please show it us. Show it. He tried to take that very warmth away from me again. As long as he exists, I don't belong anywhere. I think I now know why you're so fixated by Faye. Okay, I'm gonna take a little break here. I just don't know when they'll cut, but I think this is a good little break here. I think I know why you're so fixated with Faye. So I kind of explained it, but maybe she's gonna go into more detail. I'll be back in a couple of minutes.
Enlist the aid of the Lady of the Lake and destroy all the evil minions. It takes skill to penetrate the Shadow King's defenses and crush him forever. And young Merlin from Virgin Games.
Did you see the latest Nintendo newsletter?
Whoa, nice graphics. I'd like to get my hands on that game.
You mean you haven't played it yet? We can play it on my Nintendo Entertainment System. It's The Legend of Zelda, and it's really rad. Those creatures from Ganon are pretty bad. Octoroks, Tektites, Levers, too. But with your help, our hero pulls through. Yeah, go Link, yeah, get Zelda.
Awesome.
Intense.
The Nintendo Entertainment System. Your parents help you hook it up. The Legend of Zelda sold separate.
to life through first-person 3D Mode 7 graphics. Super Empire Strikes Back lets the player take on a variety of roles from the Star Wars saga. You begin the adventure as Luke Skywalker, battling through the icy caves and plains of Hoth with your blaster and lightsaber. Then, jump into your snow speeder to defend the Rebel base against the amazing Imperial walkers. As Han Solo, you must fight your way to the Rebels' Echo base to get to the Millennium Falcon. Escape Imperial forces by seeking safety in an asteroid field. As Chewbacca, you head for Cloud City in search of Han's old smuggling buddy, Landau Calrissian. And of course, all the action is accompanied by digitized sound effects and music, all taken directly from the movie.
What has 4 legs, 63 teeth, long fluffy ears, and a callous disregard for private property? Meet Sam and Max, freelance police. If you play only one hysterical highway adventure game this year, make it Sam and Max Hit the Road, coming this fall.
Okay, I think I now know why you're so fixated with Faye. You do not really know what you should be doing with your life right now. You're simply trying to protect yourself by attacking Faye. By attacking others, you are confirming your own existence. Also, that's only what they were saying with this guy. That his existence is being against Faye. You know, like Batman's existence is being against Joker. If Joker dies, yes, no, maybe not because there's others, but you know, like that sort of thing where, like once Faye dies, what will Ramses do? It's his only. Well, I don't know. I can't agree with that. Even with what they presented with the story, because before Faye entered the story, Ramses seemed to be doing his thing. He was living, and everything was fine. And when Faye came back in his life, then he, you know, but he existed before, you know. He didn't need Faye. Now his existence is concerning Faye, but if Faye is removed from the equation, he'll be able to find other. I hope so. Maybe not. That depends on who he is, but most people will find another way to fill their void or their purpose in life. That's why you strive to be above everyone else, because otherwise you'd be enveloped by a void, because you yourself will disappear, because that emptiness within your heart will only grow, because you want to hang on to love. Silence! Even you are trying to take it away from me. That warmth. That very warmth I finally obtained. Ramses, no one is attacking you. No one is trying to take away what is so precious to you. No one is threatening your existence. It's all in your mind, so don't hide the feelings that are in your heart. Don't fear love. So that thing there would be, that's Ramses, apparently. You. Ah! And that's Krillian and that other woman we've seen in the game, I can't remember her name. Ramses was in fear. He feared losing the place he belonged to. He feared that Faye was the one who would take it away from him. He believed love was something you could take. He craved love more than anyone else. You again. Worthless. Oh, worthless is the word he was using to describe himself. I'm worthless, and they also said he was worthless, and then again, worthless. Trash. Reject. Why even bother existing? Defect. Be gone. We have no use for you. Ha! Trash is more worth to us than you. Oh well. Car, don't worry. Be happy. This is supposed to be fucking serious. I have no idea what's gonna come from this. Don't worry. I'll always be by your side. No one wants you better than I do. So don't... I think I did speculate at the beginning of the game that she was in love with him. Miyang, is this all I can do? Is this the extent of my strength and abilities? I couldn't beat him. And in front of that woman, I couldn't even do a thing. Is this the limit of my existence? My abilities? You're the same as Cain, an archetype that surpasses all humans. I made you in the same way. But he is the one who is preventing you from fully releasing your powers. Divided powers. That man was your original form, the primordial superior being. Yeah, so he is like kind of a descendant, like a Cain, and a clone of Cain, or a recreation of Cain with nanomachines or whatever mutations. If you could defeat him, then you would be... Now it looks like... now it looks like... And I could be wrong, that the Ministry is doing an holo projector of Krillian, because he's kind of invisible there, and convincing... Oh, that's actually what they said they would do that. They just said they would do that. They didn't say anything about an hologram, but how can he be so stupid? Like, how can Ramses be so fucking dumb? And Ramses is obsessed with Faye, so I don't feel it's so believable that all of a sudden he would be like, oh, okay, I'm gonna kill Cain? But yeah, it seems like the Ministry is using Krillian to manipulate Cain to attacking... manipulate Ramses to attack Cain. Manipulate Cain to attack Cain. If you could defeat him, then you would be... Yes. Even with your superior constitution, the existence of the original being hinders you. Oh. If you could eliminate the divided power, then it would all be yours. Don't you agree, Carr? So Ramses is an even more important character than I thought. Way more. I thought he was important, but now they brought him like all the way, like this guy is the shit, you know? Having completed the alignment of the first animal relic with Billy, there was a remarkable change. The first animal relic? There was a remarkable change in the appearance and structure of Billy's gear. There were units that merged with the inorganic. You mean there was organic that merged with inorganic? Of course, we had no idea what purpose these ancient animal relics were created for. But the fact that they played some kind of role as weapons was blatantly obvious. Maybe when they fused the animal relic with the gear, the units merge with the inorganic. Which is weird because, like, You wouldn't think that two things would merge together in our physical world. We had no idea what the purpose of these ancient animal relics were created for, but the fact that they played some kind of role as weapons was plenty obvious. That's the thing I wanted to comment on, is that they're using these animal relics, Omni-Gears, to take over Solaris, without really knowing the true meaning of anything, where you have other characters like Kane or Garth. Is that Garth? His name is so weird. That they seem to know way more. Anyway, of course, we had no idea what purpose these ancient... And a lot of these characters, like, where are they right now? But the fact that they played some kind of role as weapon... Well, you're using them as weapons. But yeah, they're weapons. Eventually their true power will be released, and we cannot allow this power to fall into the hands of evil. In order to obtain the final relic, we headed for a ruin that is believed to be almost 10,000 years old. The remains of the first civilization on our planet. Okay, we're getting to the fucking source right now. We're going to the 10,000 years old. And a reunion with an old friend awaited us. Don't make me choose. I'm gonna stick with Citan and Ellie, even though I just realized they kind of stopped leveling up. They're still at 62, 61, where at first I thought they were following our levels. Anyway, that's it. Let's save here. Start. A, no. B. Okay. B, I mean X. Mechs? Yes. Oh, okay. I have no idea what these things are. Wow, 2,000. Oh, definitely using magic. Wow, 2,000 damage from her? Man, Sita is so fucking badass. I'm sorry, Faye. You're being overshadowed by Satan or whatever. Hi there, nice to see you again. If you say dungeons, say traveling merchants. You say traveling merchants, and I say shopkeeper Johnny. Shopkeeper Johnny, want to buy something or fix your gear? Yes. Let's start with the gear. Tune up. Can we switch engine? No. I hope we have like. I hope there's no more upgrades. That's it. An armor. The armor I could upgrade. I did kind of skip on it. I have this one. She has the 7. Yeah, she's fully upgraded. That's 2,000. I'm gonna wait because the game is nice. They put the upgrades, the that bot or they always put a seller in the front of the dungeon. So. Let's look at the accessories. Wonder Whip. It's just 2 more than the one I have right now, and it's extremely expensive. Everybody has the black thing. Oh yeah, Hilor said that was. Let's buy some items, even though I'm full of it, almost everything. Not full, but you know. Let's buy 10 more of those just in case. There you go, 99 Omegazole. Yeah, fuck it, we're good. Yeah, we're good. So in an environment like here, somebody else than me, and back then my friends would just stay because you have a cellar, you have a save point, and you have like the game is really generous in giving you these. This the second time that it, maybe the third time, but now in this speed up discs 2 thing where it's like narration dungeons, narration dungeons. When you arrive at the dungeon, you have a save, a team switcher, and you choose your team before, but you can grind with these 3 guys, then save, then grind and save, then switch team, then grind and save, and you can do that for days on end. And I don't remember for a fact, but I'm pretty sure my friends that's what they would do. And even me back in the day, I remember playing Shadowrun, bringing my character all the way like up like the max stats of of everything. Playing Final Fantasy 6 or Final Fantasy, even Final Fantasy 7, and then getting to that level 99, and it's just like, shut up. I was so fucking anal. So yeah, we're good. Just maybe heal ourselves, heal the gear. No, that wasn't. Anyway, we're good. We're good. Might move if we push it. Okay, but before going there. I failed. Oh no, it wasn't. I failed 700 damage. I'll fight with her. She's good. Whoa, 4,000. Oh, I could have done her combo. But with a normal circle attack, she does 2,000 damage. Where Faye does 500. So I don't understand that. Let's look at the equipment she has. She has Ether Max Strength. I don't know what that means. But her attack is 460. When Fenrir is 605 and he's 550. So I don't understand that either. Ether Defense of Fenrir is... No, it's Ether Defense of the Crusader. That is super fucking high. Why is it so high? Jeez. Oh, it's this. But even without this, it's still like way and above anything. So we shouldn't even have that. Why is it so high? That's crazy. Let's put something else. Like agility is speed. That would be important. Let's speculate that the best one are down there. I don't know. Enable level 3 death blows. Not sure how that works. But this give no. I don't know. I don't know what to put. Because well, I'm gonna put the Minitico. I'm gonna put Fenrir will take the not power magic. This one. So that he has 142, which is better than nothing. She has 49, which is nothing. And he has 290, which is kind of nice. But then we can put the magnetic codes. Oh. Right? We're good. We're good. Abilities, there's nothing I can do. Well, let's check them out. Guided shot. Restore. No, that's the... Oh, we don't see the special... Okay, what's the status of the fucking death blows? So close. She's not that close. Depends, that 79 there is kind of shit. So it's the same as him. So like square, 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 triangle, square, triangle, triangle. Okay, let's go. I don't know where to go. Do I go in that hole or do I go down? If I go down, can I go back up? I feel I'm stuck down now. No? No. Okay. Now she did 98 damage. What did I change? I didn't change anything on her character. Maybe it's because the creature was like down like that. She does more damage. No, let's try this. Oh no, whoops, that was not what I wanted to do. But now it did 2000 damage. Anyway, she does a good amount of damage. I should do her combos. Well. Oh. It's a guard. Okay. Aquasol. The Etterguard. Isn't that what probably for their characters. Attack defense +5. That's kind of Surveiller. There's stone. To guard. It blocks EP absorb attack. Oh, okay. She needs that. I could do that, but and I want the wizardry ring, so it's not. But I know that item exists because there's enemies that do that, and it's very annoying. Okay, this is just a hole with 2 treasures in them. Cool. Oh, this is stupid. Like now I want to get out of my mech, but I cannot. So I have to attack these guys with my mechs. I'm sorry. I can't attack all of them. Well, might as well. Yeah. Where's Satan's Mech? Yeah, it's kind of low armor. I don't know. I'm gonna do it if I need to, and I don't feel the need to. I feel very cruel to attack these guys. Maybe I should escape. Can we escape? Yeah, we can escape. Fuck it. No, move the fucking thing. Might move if we push it. Yeah, move it. Is it moved? I'm trying to open the door and it doesn't want to open it. I know, this is fucking annoying. I might need to get out of my mech. And they give me shit XP, it's complete waste of time. Okay, so let's get on the mech. Let's open the door. It's no good, it's beyond human strength. Okay, get in the mech. Get in the fucking mech. Right, move if you push it. Tabarnak. Wow, this is annoying. Oh, you again. Okay, fuck it. I'm escaping. Alright, this is fucking ridiculous. Holy crap. Holy shit! Zero. $2,000 damage. Okay. 4,000. Okay. It's like a motherfucker though. It's moved. Open the fucking door. Let's get on the mech then. There's a little door there, I see it. No. What's happening? This is very frustrating. Let's attack these fuckers. Oops. And that won't kill it. Okay, so this is not it. We need, even though he used to say I need strength, but now he doesn't say it. It doesn't feel like this. I'm fucking reloading now. Fucking reloading. Get in your mech. Okay. I'm fucking reloading now. Even though, I mean, we will get more. What is going on? It didn't used to be that crazy, the encounter rate. Oops. Why did I do that? Whatever, is that? No? I cannot move it more in that direction. So is it not in that direction? I need to, now I'm gonna look it up. Now I'm really getting frustrated. The other direction. Really? It was just that. It wasn't the correct direction. We had to push it in. You are fucking shitting. And we have to be in the and we have to be in small form. So are you telling me that now here I can't fuck off. We're gonna push it in the other direction if that's what we need to do. The encounter rate here is crazy. I don't know why. I guess they really wanted you to practice here. Come on, come on. Why do they even let you push it in the other direction? When it's clearly a scripted thing, when it gets to a certain move, it just moves by itself. And now the door unlocks because, oh, we couldn't pass like 5 minutes ago with our little characters, right? Even amazing games can be pretty fucking stupid. Okay, so we need to push these things in there. Find the 3 hidden stone and put them in the holes. The unseen is true too. Looks like there's writing carved on the walls. Aim your sights higher. The truth is back there. Writing on the wall, the center stone will be your foothold. Writing on the wall, 4 steps south, 10 steps west. Higher than the center pillar. Check on the back of the stone pillars. The back. Ah. You want me to jump on them? Okay, what it says here. The unseen is true too. Aim your sights higher. The truth is back there. I can't aim my sights higher. It's left and right. Doesn't look like I can do that. I can push this. Aha. They said the first one was the middle one, right? Is that higher than the center pillar? 4 steps south, 10 steps west. Wait. From here? Well, south is in that direction, so that's not good. This isn't anything? What? No, this is something. No, okay. The center stone will be your foothold. Center stone. Is that the center stone? My foothold. I would think that's where I started the 10 south. 10 west, 4 west, but try to start. Is it what? 4 south and west. I can't start here. This is like a thing, so I don't know. We're all okay. If I walk, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's not. This is not even big enough to do that. The center stone will be your foothold. I was just smashing the button and that happened. So I'm just gonna mash every single fucking inch of this fucking thing. Okay, I think I understand. One was the 10-foot blah blah blah. I think that's the one that was kind of random. One was click behind them. This one said that. Check the back. I don't know what that means. And set your sights higher probably means that I need to be on one of these things to maybe click on the, like click on that. No. Like that. Aim your sights higher. I can't even click. I'm clicking, nothing happened. If I drop down while I'm doing that, it works because I'm here. Aim your sights higher. But this one I can't read, right? Okay. That's the one I can't read. Let's push this thing in front, but not in the hole though. Oh shit, it doesn't want me to push it in that direction. This one seems to be condemned to do this. Well, maybe once I'm there, I'll use the center one as your foothold. Ah, now I get it. Okay. Well, not why not this one? Why not? Okay. I hope that's it. Oh my god. Some of these puzzles I'm not a big fan of because I don't think they fit really this this thing. Do you need puzzles? You need puzzles in JRPG, you need mini games. No, you don't. This game has kind of proven that there's a lot of things you don't need. What? Come on, man. Aim your sight higher. The foothold. I thought I would go here and be able to maybe read this inscription here, which I'm trying to read, but I cannot. And now I think I needed to use them maybe outside of their hole, but now it's in there. So do I need to reset the whole thing? Probably. I don't know. I need to make them fall in order? Man, it was fucking here, dude. I was here, I clicked and the thing fell. Hey, yes. Oh, okay. Okay. That you need to read some of these. Higher than the center pillar. Do I need to go higher than the center pillar? I think now it's gonna work. No? No, this should work. Not this, this. No. What the fuck? Check the back of the stone pillars. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. What is going on? They really want you to read every fucking thing. Find it, read in stone, and put them in the holes. The unseen is true too. The unseen is true too. The unseen is true too. Amusite ire. The truth is back there. Oh wow, eh? The truth is back there. I don't remember reading that. Higher than the center pillar. I don't understand that. No, no, no. Get the fuck out of my... I can't. This one is on rail. Oh, I see. They're kind of restricted, I think, to this. You know, like there's red line. There's red line. There's black lines on the floor, and they're restricted to that section, I think. So I just don't want it to fall in the hole, but it is gonna fall in the hole. It's going in the hole. Like it's going in their hole. There's nothing I can do about it. It's just gonna go directly in it. I can't slide it beside it. I'm sure I need to read this here. That's what I need to read. Or maybe this there. I don't know. It says higher than the center pillar. So from here, 1, 2, no, south. 1, 2, 3, 4 ish. 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So yeah, it was kind of here. That's shitty because this is in the way, so it kind of doesn't work. 4 south, 10 west. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's exactly 4. And that thing is right there. Can I move this? No. I can't move this. Center stone will be your foothold. Or I should push in the other direction, here, and try to read some above the door, maybe. Then I fucked it up if that was the case. I'm gonna smash again the circle button everywhere in the hopes that something unlocks. What about the unseen one? When I'm here... Wait, maybe there's an invisible one here. Well, yeah, it's right there. Maybe I go in the hole? There's something on this side. There's so many things here, like the game, that are not relevant and are confusing. All these other things that I cannot read. Do I need to read them? If I open the door, it's going to reset the whole thing. I don't think I want that. The center stone will be your foothold. What do you mean? What do you fucking mean? Oh, I pressed X by accident. My foothold, my foothold. The unseen is true too. What do you mean? The unseen is true too. The unseen is true too. What the fuck do you mean? I'm gonna look it up. Jeez, twice now in a row that I look stuff up. What happened? How the fuck? So, oh my god, I'm so fucking pissed. Because I did it. I did it. You needed to go on top of the thing. I tried it multiple times. It did not fucking work. It did not fucking work. And it was not meant to work when the thing is made like a fucking penis. And it's like this, and it's not like a fucking Chris d'Asti. Fucking stupid puzzle, man. That's not a puzzle. Fuck. The unseen. What does that mean even? Fuck. And now I need to read again the whole thing. What a waste of fucking time. So many things here made no fucking sense. Like this writing is the same font as this one, which I can click on, this one, which I can click on, this one, which I can click on, and this one, which I can click on. But not this one. Why? Fuck knows. No. Now I'm gonna save because I don't want to do this again. It's so fucking annoying that they make you click on all the things around. That it resets the puzzle, fine. Who cares? So, online on YouTube, they did it from behind, but I don't know why I would not be able to do it from here. If I needed to do it from behind, it's literally retarded at this point. Look at that. This thing is made like this. Like, it's so fucking round. First of all, it doesn't look like they want you to jump on it. But even then, even if it doesn't look like it, I did try a couple of times, and it did not work. Now what? Cool. Great. Fucking shit. Can I go through the black lines? I can, so I don't know why the black lines are there. Again, very confusing. Why put so many confusing elements here? I don't know. Well, I know, because they don't want you to solve this in 5 minutes. But you know what? Spending more than 5 minutes in this room, that's a waste of my life. Of my time in my life. They couldn't make the top. They couldn't make the top flat. No, that was too much. Like, we're at the point in the game where we not only do we want answers, not only do we need answers, we deserve answers. And like, just don't do this game. I want answers. Bring me battle dungeons and everything that is supposed to be in a fucking RPG. But no. No, like these push the fucking thing on top of the thing. Crap. And the game had none of that. None of those puzzles that I never really liked in those RPGs. I know a lot of people like those, but I don't. I want a puzzle game. I'm gonna play a puzzle game. I want a platform, a third-person platform. I'm gonna play a third-person platformer. I'm not gonna play the Tower of Babel in Xenogears. You know. Focus on what you can do well. In the podcast, they talked about that battle in Nocturne, the battle that I also criticized. Apparently, many people like that. They liked it, I think. But man, jeez, they created an entire system. They did not have to do that. The entire second CD is fucked because of that. The half of the story, not because of that, but somewhat. It's definitely related. Anything that did not push the game to the finish line as soon as possible was hindered the game. Like the card game. What? Why did you put a card game in this game? Incredible. What is up with the encounter rate in this dungeon? Apparently there may have been only 6 hours left at the beginning of the last stream, or midway through the last stream. Yeah, for a normal person, for me, those 6 hours will become 24 hours. And now we have a combination of all the shit. Platforming and the puzzles. Great, great stuff. Let's save again, even though we didn't do. This game didn't need anything is to artificially bloat it. Save. I'm not doing that again. Okay, it's not hard, but you miss it a couple of times because you think it's fine. Can I go in the water? cannot move past that. I don't know. It's weird. Yeah, the encounter rate is abysmal. I don't know what's going on. It's never been like that in the entire game. I understand. Yeah, like this. But the water thing, how do I get in there? Oh, this would probably be another puzzle. Survival tent. Okay. Yo, base. Okay. Feels like we were just there. Yeah, we were just there. That's weird. That defies everything I know about the world. Rose Tabar. Aquasol. Fear not the darkness of the walls of the pit, for if you keep moving forward, the path you will find. They're probably talking about this pit here. Oh. There's no enemies here. It's nothing I can read. There's a thing here. This is some kind of... Ah, this is probably super important. This is this game. They will... Like, this is some kind of weird... Like, let's say this seems pretty demonic, this creature here. And let's say these things are human or... Oh, I mean, no, I see that there's humans. At least there's like there's two guys. I thought it was this is like kind of like a face with kind of a spider thing. But no. It's weird face with things coming out of or things coming in it. Anyway, it's definitely important. Well, not important, but related to the story. Come on. Can I move here? I can move here and say they say keep going forward. I'm wondering if I just need to. Oh. Ah ben tabarnak. It was so fucking janky. I never thought it would work. Oh, please stop with this. Go with the narration. You know, I'm ready to wrap up the story at this point. Stop it with the bullshit, please. Just don't crap on this game at the end. Don't be Ultima. Please. Please don't be Ultima. Oh no. No, I'm fucking reloading that. Oh no. Why not reload? Ah, stop it with the platforming. God damn it. Put me in the right fucking angle so I can jump. Show me some courage and stand on your ground. I'm guessing you need to stand on the ground. You stand there, I guess. There's a hole in the thing. we did we accomplish anything here? Oh no, I need to stay on it when it goes back up. Again. The ceiling's dropping again. Oh, it's really nice that they say again. Yeah, there's a door in that direction. You can see there's a spot for a door, right? It's not on the other side. There's a switch on the floor. Step on it, don't. There's two switches on the floor. Okay, let's do the left one. Oh, great. Let's do this again. Step on it. So the other goes up. I know what's the point of up, but let's go down. Why they would not put any enemies here kind of baffles me, but at the same time I understand that it's a puzzle, so you might get stuck here a long time. It didn't do shit. It didn't do anything here. The water is exactly at the same level. But there was a door down there. It was right in front of me. And I don't know why I didn't go there. In my mind, it's like we descended the level. We're gonna go back. But then we go back, there's nothing. Just reload, it's gonna be faster. Oh, we still need to stop, whatever. No. No. Now he says that? That's funny. If we lower the level to open a door, to go in the door, to push a button that lowers the water outside, yeah, that's stupid. Or wait, maybe filling, you know, let's go in the, we can probably drop there and there's a door right there. I don't know why I really wanted to go back. Oh. No. Don't. We cannot go down there. There's a button with 7 marks on it. Push it. There's a button with 7 marks on it. Well, I don't know. I pushed it once. Writing on the wall. Not too little or not too much. Find the happy middle to succeed. Okay. I can do that. What? There's a button with 3 marks on it. Push it. Oh no. No. You didn't put this fucking puzzle in this game. Please. Oh, Jesus fucking Christ. Oh, no. Oh, I hope this is not what I think it is. Oh, man. Jeez, I don't... Ugh. Yeah, that 7 thing is the number of level it goes up. But why the middle ground? I don't even understand the logic here. When I'll put in the middle, the door will open? And what is middle here? You know, like, what is middle? Is it like that line there just... And then you go outside, you need to go through the thing again to go see if it worked? Oh, come on, man. Don't do this. What are you doing? What are you doing? I'm just gonna look it up, you know, instead of being frustrated that this is fucking stupid and it's literally wasting my time. Jesus. And I think that what you need, it looks like the type of puzzle that like you have three vases, even though I don't see where the three vases are, but it still looks like this puzzle where you need to, I don't know, like put one like seven in the 3D thing, and then the rest then I don't. There's a fucking name for that puzzle, and I always hated it. It's one of the puzzle that's seen in the movie Die Hard 3. Oh my god, like this has done nothing. And all of a sudden, when we get to the middle, something will happen. Oh, why didn't I save when I was in front of it? No, I'm sorry. I'm just gonna look it up. I know it's cheap and this game deserves better and blah blah. But this game deserves better than this shitty puzzle. Almost there. It's the end of the stream anyway. Man, I really wanted to go further in this game than I did. That's why I'm frustrated. I really wanted to progress more, and it seems that nothing was accomplished. I talked a lot at the beginning, I know, but even then. Anyway, I'm there. I'm gonna see what it is. Even just understanding the puzzle. I'll also kind of see what's left of the game. Okay, Animal Relic 2. This part is glitchy and may cause you to pull your hair out. Oh la la. 7 spots and one raise at 3. A medium must be 5. No. So in short, the switch decides the increment, while the floor tiles decide the rise fall of the water. There are other combinations to solve this puzzle. Oh well. There, upon reaching that magic number, the water drains in this little pool and so the main number 2 cavern. Jump down. Then there's a block and it says lower water level 7, current 3, raise water 3, current 6, raise water 3, current 9, lower water 7, current 2, and then raise water 3, current 3. Like 3 is your final number. But the first line at the top is lower water 7, current 3. Make it make sense. I'm gonna check another walkthrough. And it doesn't, there's no explanation. It's just that. There's no like, it's just like, solve this puzzle. This is supposed to help you by. There are 4 switches near the edge of the pool you must use to complete this task. 4? In the middle, the northern switch raise the water, the southern lower. In the center, no, there's a water switch on 3-7. Yeah, we know. So when it says lower the water by 3 times, so it's get to level 1, then raise it by 7, then lower by 3, and then it's get to level 5, because you're supposed to know there's 10 level and 5 is a happy medium. I will stay polite on that. The fact that you have to do this every time. And probably when it'll get to 5, it'll do click and something will happen. But if you don't know, you'll be like, this is the middle, maybe? I'll go check if it worked. Fun times. It's probably that line just above that black bar. That's what I thought. But again, it would be nice to have like a definite line. It could be like a little red thing. I don't know. Oh, I fucked it up. I fucked it up. Great. Now I stop. Now I stop. I go to 7. And then I lower it and we're good, I think. That's 3. Why there's a door there? I don't even know. Can we even get in that door? But then why don't we just come back where the next were? Unless this does that? Probably a mech equipment. Of course, it's a robe. It goes on my mech. Wait, it's a robe. Even here, they don't give you enemies. There's enemies here though. Every 2 steps. Maybe that's why there were so many places in the dungeon they had to remove the enemies because of the puzzles. That those puzzles that were definitely needed. Like you have a problem and you try to fix it and causing other problems. And what are you doing? Couldn't you just do a simple a simple dungeon, just a normal dungeon. They try to switch it up so much in this game that it wasn't. You don't need to switch it up that much. The people that play these JRPGs, they love the dungeons. That's why most of them, that's why they play the game. Most of the friends I had back in the day that would play these JRPGs, they didn't give two shits about the story. Apart from some games like this one, Final 7, the Final Fantasy, the Squaresoft games. All the other games, the stories were so shit that most people didn't care. They were just like, blah, 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 blah. Let's get to the battle. I wasn't like that, but like, and this game is like, oh man, these dungeons, we need to switch it up. Like, let's put some platforming, let's put some puzzles. Let's make them very, very small, these dungeons, and then you have like a dungeon, and then you have 2 hours of cutscenes and narration and exploring a village, and then you have like a 15-minute dungeons, and then like, what are you doing? Yeah, I said before, the pacing in this game is all over the place. This game needed to be 3 games. There's just too much stuff for 1 game. When they wrote it, it must have been obvious. Like, you can tell yourself, oh, this is the power of the PlayStation, and we can put way more stuff than when we were doing things on the SNES. But, like, come on. There's so much. Like, I would list all the events and all the places you go in this game, and it never ends. And then you go to disc 2 and it continues. We had to open the, like, more than halfway through the game. Once you settle all the conflicts, and kind of not, I think at that point the conflicts are still not all settled everywhere. And there's big portions of the map that we don't even explore. It's still too big. So even before trying to make this huge game, seeing like, we start in Lahan, we go through this forest, we go into the desert, then we get our gear, we follow Satan, we go there, we blah blah blah, and then we go there, 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 then we blah, 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 blah. Then eventually we need to destroy the three gates, okay, but even one needs to be destroyed, a laser through the fucking thing, and then, like, Jesus fucking Christ, and then, okay, and then there's the nanobots on the creature, and then what, like, there's some time that passes there where, like, it's like, Jesus fucking Christ, you're writing a novel here. This is a video game. Where are you going to be able to insert in all this story? This almost 60-hour to tell story. Where are you going to put the dungeons and the combat? At the conceptual base, at the conceptual phase, it should have been obvious that, okay, well, yeah, this is crazy. There's too many events, too many dungeons, too many characters. Anybody would have been like, okay, these 2 characters, we're gonna merge them together, we're gonna scrap this dungeon, there's many things that could have been scrapped more at the beginning of the game to make place for, I think, the important part of the game, which is the ending, where everything is revealed. Normally you set up with text and you finish with, you know, like in a epic movie, you'll start with like a text introduction, because you have too much stuff to introduce, and it's gonna be boring and long and not as interesting. So you text it out, blah 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 blah. We can go fast forward through this part of the story, you know, and then when we have all established this thing, now we can get into the meat. This game does the opposite. And it also feels like they program the game linearly? Like they made the disc 1 and then they were like, oh, I don't know. It feels like a lot of video games are made like that. It's because it feels strange to me because movies are not made like that. Okay, we're gonna end on this save file here. Movies are made all over the place, and it also feels like games should be made kind of almost like everybody should be. Look, if you have like very small game, 3 levels. So you put one guy on level 1, one guy on level 2, one guy on level 3, so that 3 guys can work on 3 level at the same time, and you finish the making of these 3 level, then you put the 3 level one after the other, and then boom. Instead of, you know, like taking your 3 engineers, putting them at the start, 3 work on the first level, 3 work on the second level, 3 works on the, you know, I think there's and I always, because movies are like that, they will try to maximize everything. So if we have a scene, there's multiple scenes in an environment, well, they will film every single scene that day in that environment, even though they're all out of sequence and everything, because it's just more efficient. It's time and money. And this game didn't have time or money. They did not, and they knew that, because I didn't know that, but every single Squaresoft game back in the day had, it seems that it had a year and 6 months, and sometimes it went to 2 years, but that's it. Like 2 years was the absolute top. That's it. You are going to fucking launch that game. And of all the games they released, as far as I know, it never happened. Something like this never happened. So somebody clearly fucked up. Like a guy, probably one guy, because those were small teams. Probably one guy somewhat at the top, a planner, like a game director or some produce some guy very high, fucked it up solid. Like didn't coordinate the team correctly so that everything was made in a timely manner, and didn't arrive at the end and we're like, oh my god, we have 3 months to finish the game, we can't. Like, these things should have been figured out very, very close to the beginning of the game, if not even before even starting to code. Like, when you have all these characters, because of course before making this game, they had everything laid out, the map. And it's probably more complex than the map that we have. There's probably places that they wanted us to go to. We do go to these places when they say, like, then we went to the, like, where we are right now. We don't know where we are right now. Did they show us? But it's probably a place on the map that normally, if the game would have been correctly finished, would have used the Yggdrasil to land there, like your proper JRPGs. But this game was just not. No, I don't know if I've heard that, like, Keylor said that at the end of the game you do have access to the map one last time, which feels again completely weird, because you're running out of space, or I don't know if it was space or not. I think it was also related to some space issues. And like, just put the map in the first disc. You don't need to put the map in the second disc if all you're gonna do is just make it. Almost feels like the entire fucking game could have fit on one CD, but they would have had to scrap a bunch of FMVs, basically. And they probably said, might as well use that second disc and just, yeah, I don't know. It's just a weird. When I'll be done with this, I will research this game so much. I want to, like, listen to interviews with the developers of this game. They're few and far between, but I know there are some, because this game is a Japanese game, as they don't talk about the development of their games as we do in the West. Anyway, that's it for tonight. Tomorrow we're actually starting Star Trek Invasion at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. Between 5 and 8, we're going to continue Baldur's Gate. We're about halfway through Durlag's Tower. Thanks for watching, everyone. Have a great night. Ciao.
Thank you for your cooperation. Good night.
I'll buy that!